Elliot, how are we doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing well, Chris. Throughout the week at this track, we've seen some pretty intense racing in the A Open sessions, as well as some pretty close pit stops as well. So we have a bit of a multi-groove track here, even though it is going to be only the middle and low lanes. The top lane is not viable due to the guys who program iRacing in the tracks turning down the grip on the top. So the top lane is really only viable if you want to make a quick pass. You cannot carry too much speed, and you will spin out after about 10 laps. It incinerates the right rear tires.
Taking care of the tires is going to be the name of the game here tonight, Elliot.
I'd say to an extent. Mostly it's managing dirty air and getting that track position, as well as just having a lot of speed. The fall off here isn't too bad depending on the setup that you have. However, you will have to work your way through dirty air and being careful to not get too aero tight off of the corners or aero loose is imperative, because you will smack that outside wall and it will screw up your race. still don't think anyone can hear us. Fuck. Oh wait, no. I heard my voice. I think we're still here. I think they can hear us now.
Okay.
Yeah, they can hear us now. All right, yeah, we have to. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
All right, well, sorry about the interruption where we had no commentary, but Urias is out front now. Timothy Carpenter in second, Chris Webb in third.
Yeah, it seems Marino's fallen all the way back to fourth. This doesn't appear to bode well for him going forward, as he's going to have to fight his way through dirty air. Alan Duggar and Nick Godsey have simply just swapped spots. They don't look like they're making any progress moving forward.
I think the majority of the field is pretty well single filed out. Got a couple of stragglers further in the back. Oh, somebody just slammed the wall. Slammed the wall a minute ago. Grady Graham on pit road. Might be out of it.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
42 trying to work on that 80. Continues to lead, running that middle line.
Carpenter's surprise entry in here has been chasing down Urias for that first place spot. Let's see what he can do here, if he can get out into clean air and get past her. Arrow tight, which caused him to hit the wall.
And up on that side, that would be Grady Graham.
Grady Graham, I noticed, running a newer paint scheme.
I was gonna say, you still got that green on there.
As always, but I'm really digging it.
side.
Webster's on the offensive against Ghazi. Ghazi really not having what we expected it to be.
Oh, we got one slow down low. I say 22, but that's not the Logano.
Oh, looks like a Logano paint scheme, sir.
There we go.
That's 27 of Phil Amsden.
Damage. Just slow down
Well, it
on
looks
the
like he's
apron.
coming into pit lane, so he can assess what happened and maybe see if he can't get back in this race. And Carpenter has closed the gap on Urias. We all know too well the pressure that Urias may be feeling right now. So that close to the rear, get you arrow loose and into the wall. There goes your whole race right from the lead. So he has got to be feeling nervous. As for Carpenter, I assume that he is more worried about tearing up his tire trying to catch and pass Urias than anything else. You can see Urias running middle there, taking Carpenter's line away from him.
Guys gonna lead him back down to number 3. Carpenter behind, and decent gap back to 3rd for Justin Yankee.
Hey Chris, we're dealing with some audio issues right now. We're too quiet, they're too loud, right? The cars are too loud.
I can adjust that. That's on his side. Wonder if we can turn it on that. Yankee working on Carpenter right now. You didn't hear the F word. I didn't drop it. Did you?
Might have. slide his back on my left.
Thank you guys for the pass. Carpenter gonna go trying to get that spot back. Not gonna be able to do it. Here comes that 88 on the high side. Side by side. Here's Carpenter.
Trying to hold off Marino, but Marino's just going to drive right around him and get that run on the high side.
Like nothing.
Let's see how his tires stand up to it, though. He seems to have gotten a second win.
May have just been
Let's see how it
conserving a
ends
little
up
bit.
playing out.
Got just a little under 100 to go.
Marino taking that middle line, trying to get some clean air so we can get a run on Nanki. Works out for him. It got him past Carpenter. Marino again trying that high level. Continues to heat up that right rear tire.
Carpenter not
Top
letting
four.
Marino get too far.
No, he's staying right there with him. He might take him on the inside here. Marino stays on the outside, but can't. Carpenter just can't make the pass work there.
Yeah, right up off the corner, he's just got too much of a run. It's not like it was in the old days, Elliot, when the low line was fast there on the track.
Now, due to the multi-group racing that we have now, it's certainly a different story. Marino losing speed on the high lane. Oh, he hits the wall. Looks like Nanki's going to make his move right here on Furious. Get that run off. He has gained a lot of momentum. Let's see if he can make it work here. Seems like he backed out of the throttle a little bit there.
Might have been losing in the car a little bit. Changing some of the track.
Furious is going to slide up, trying to arrow block him.
Close.
Nanki has the run.
Oh!
Knocked him to the inside.
Wow!
Nanki
He ran
takes
him
the
right
lead
down
away
there.
from Urias. Urias right on his bumper. Urias walks both of them. Oh! And the leaders
Urias
wreck off the nose of Anthony Marino.
Nanki
Wow!
goes around, recovers it. Urias goes from first and spins around. Here we go. Now she's sitting down on the apron there.
Gets it back rolling. Hopefully the damage isn't too bad there. Let's take a look at the replay here and see what happened. So we see Nanki just get the run on the inside, and Furious tries to force him down there, but Nanki makes the pass. And then Urias just gets on his rear end. Cooked it a little bit too hot and just spins him after trying to lock up the tires. He stayed stable here though, but Marino then sees a run and Nanki slid up, hit Urias, and Urias spins right off the nose of Marino, bringing out that caution.
Look at Urias sideways dirt tracking that thing about drifting.
Well, she is actually a pretty good dirt racer. I believe that was her first series when getting into iRacing. I could be wrong there though. We could see everyone getting into pit. And that is the first caution of the day. So you will win the race off pit road here. Almost certain everyone's going to stop for 4 tires and fuel. See how much damage they can all get fixed. Nanke will be first off of pit road with Alan Duggar following.
Alright, lights are up on the pace car. They're going to bring them around one more time. We're going to get that green flag with 40 on lap 46 of 134 here at Kansas. So what do you think we're going to see on this restart, Elliot?
I really think that we're going to see Duggar here make a real push for that lead against Nanke. But remember, these two are both Ryko teammates, and they're both really, really good race car drivers. We'll see how they stack up here. And a familiar face right behind both of them is the 8 of Nicholas Godsey. Found his way up front after all, eh, Chris?
Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Great start for Nanke. He's going to send him down into turn 1. Godsey and Duggar right side by side with Carpenter right behind them. Duggar and Godsey. Coming up off the corner, looks like Godsey's going to fall back. Duggar's got his nose out ahead. Now Duggar's going to get it. They're on the back. They're up 3-4 wide. Elliot, look at this calamity we've got going back here.
Oh, there might be a wreck here, Chris. 4 wide. Oh, man, that was tight. Still 3 wide.
Yeah, Marino got himself in the back of the pack with that pit cycle. Now kind of feeling the struggle of it. Really moving up here. Who's that in the 24?
Godsey's falling
Carpenter.
back to Timothy Carpenter. Carpenter's going to get Godsey a little tight. And Godsey's got his hands full dealing with a tight race car. Timothy Carpenter barely in front of him. Chris Webb right on his end tie. Another guy who's been able to silently make his way up through this field.
Falling back. He's falling victim to Priest, and Kenny Most is looking to make a move on him as well. Maybe Godsey conserving tires, just being careful, have a little heat left in them.
I highly doubt him running the high line.
Contact.
Whoa! Contact between him and the 2 car. Seems to be falling victim.
Whoa, we got 3 wide
Losing
out back.
spot here.
Urias is one of them.
appears
And
so.
they're coming up on one.
3 wide. Oh!
Grady slams the
Boy,
wall.
what-
Urias down in the grass.
Almost bended there with Urias.
Oh, they are still getting the bang. Grady gets the
Ram up to the wall. 4 wide. I'm surprised Rice couldn't wreck it. There's more contact in the back of the field.
They're getting pretty excited there for a few minutes. Urias
Oh,
slams
and it
the wall.
still hasn't stopped. The 96 and the 20 are still going at it. With the 88 right there. Oh, he's just going to get his nose in on the bottom. Just can't make the pass. Oh,
Caution is
29
out.
spins.
29 was the drum.
Let's go back and take a look at what happened there.
That was weird.
Oh, it's interesting. It
car.
looked like he just got
Who-
loose and overcorrected, or maybe it was a netcode incident.
Who
I
was
don't
the
know.
6. Let's looked like the 6 maybe snapped and overcorrected.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, he
Yep,
got
that's
loose,
exactly
and
what
yep,
happened.
that's all she wrote. Marino and Urias just can't catch a break. Looks like the 6 car is pretty badly damaged here. I don't know if he's done or not. He certainly doesn't look like he'll be competing for a win.
Around and there we go. Wow,
29
great
car
drive by
is not
it.
in great shape either.
Grady
Graham
almost
as well.
saved it. What's that? You know what? I want to go on board with his car for that one. Where is? And here we are on board Grady Graham. Looks like he just narrowly missed one of the cars. Oh. Man, maybe he did just barely nick it. Let's go on his right front. Wow, look at that, Elliot. Dang.
Just barely nicked it. Only a slight bit of damage to his right front.
That's gonna put us under caution again.
Will be interesting to see how many people go down and take a few more tires, or how many people decide to stay out here. You know what I've noticed here? Pretty common theme here in the top 5. We have Raikko, and Raikko. All in the top 5 and in 6th place.
That must be pretty good. Now tell us about that, Elliot. Raikko, is that the team name or is that the setup shop?
That is the setup shop. Raikko cars really have a large presence here in this series. They seem to be making really fast setups. I would know. I drove it myself.
The pace car is going to bring it back down the back stretch one more time. Waiting to get the green flag. Mankey going to be starting off in first. Doug at his outside. Timothy Carpenter and Chris Webb are going to fill up row number 2, and Isaac Treese and Kenny Most are going to be filling up row number 3. Green flag is out.
Yeah,
Thank you for
back
the
to
great
green.
We're going to send it down into the corner. Single file for the first 2 rows, and in the 3rd row we got Carpenter and Webb side by side battling. Turn number 2 heading down the backstretch, Elliot.
Yeah, they're still fighting side by side here going into green. Let's see what happens here. Looks to be so, yes. On 3rd place. Godsey again trying that middle line. Trying to work his way past Kenny Most. Most slides up the block. And Godsey's going to have to deal with Craig Minton in the 22 car.
Carpenter looked like still trying to work on Webb. Not going to give it up so easy.
If I was in his position, I would. I want as clean air as possible and as much track position as possible in that next stop. Looks like Treese is going to try and make the move in on Carpenter. Whoa, Carpenter with a tight block on Treese. And Carpenter will hold off Treese for now. Carpenter back on the offensive against Chris Webb. Oh, but Treese is not done with it yet. He's trying to get deep into that corner, trying to make that pass. Trying to just get a sliver of daylight. Kenny Most really on his rear bumper. Most will take on the outside. Marino trying to work his way up into this, and whoa, Marino smacks the wall. That was like a pretty hard hit on that. Okay. We'll find out. Kenny Most and Nicholas Godsey will slide up in front of Most and force Most to get out of gas there.
Mostly out of gas.
Yeah. You took my Most jokes from me.
Oh,
and he hits the wall. Again, that 3-year really playing a huge part here and getting aero tight. That is just not the situation we want to be in. That chance of wheel damage as well. And it slows you down, which is the worst part of it all. Marino now really tight on Kenny Most, and he'll take the inside line. And Marino taking the apron, start finish just to get a little bit of extra space on him. And Marino will clear. The last 2 races, Nick Godsey has really been in his own. Those short tracks really kind of speak to him, but today I just don't see the same speed out of that 8 car as I've seen the past 2 weeks, Chris.
Right on the high side, Marino, Treese, Kenny Most. Now Uriah's trying to get by Kenny Most.
Uriah's taking that high line. She's really got a lot of ground to make up here, but she's not out of it yet. She's got, I think, either most or all of her damage fixed. And she now has the speed and the ability to go get that track. Oh, slides up right in front of her. She will have to dive low. Take Most here on the inside line. Oh, she runs them real tight.
It's going to push Most up the track.
Yeah, but Most hangs on for the most part.
We got 3 drivers.
You thought I was done there. Most is going to pass. Urias on the outside.
West trying to make a move on Carpenter. Carpenter,
like
slide up the
Webb.
track a bit.
Whoa! Webb gets Carpenter just into the wall. I don't think that damaged the 24 that much, or at all. Oh, he gets into the wall again. I don't know after that one. And Treese will take the inside.
Carpenter is closing up to the back bumper around Duggar.
Yankee Duggar.
Well, Carpenter looking to the inside. Now it's going to walk up and look at Whip.
I don't think he has the tire to make that kind of pass. Yankee thanking his lucky stars. He's got good defense on Timothy Carpenter. He can't attack him, giving him more time out there in clean air. Kenny Most in that middle line. Harvey and Grady Graham in tow there.
That Harvey just hit a tiny little contact.
Still not letting go of Duggar. My intuition tells me he's going to continue to try making a move until his tires are gone. The pressure's on up at the front. The first three, Justin Nankey, Alan Duggar, and Timothy Carpenter, all fighting. All within tenths of each other. Oh, Duggar smacks the right rear on the ball just a little bit. A lot of pressure here.
Sometimes he tries to rush the wall and it's not going to right side. He tries to hit the wall at all.
Well, these next gen cars certainly do have a more powerful build than Gen 6 cars, so I'm not surprised that they're able to scrape the wall a little bit relatively unscathed.
Yeah, those cars are a lot. They're worried about top tires and such. front just went by him?
I
No.
can't tell.
Trump is behind him in the 29.
Trump looking to make a little bit of a run here. Maybe even get a 2 and louder at the same time. Doesn't look like he has the so we'll have to settle for just picking him off one at a time if he can.
There's still 1, 2, 3 with Nanky, Duggar, Carpenter.
Looks like Duggar's on the offensive a little bit here against Nanky, and Duggar just lightly taps the wall.
Well, Elliot, what do you take? What do you take the crank it up break?
Sounds good to me.
Alright, I mean like that. Welcome back to Kansas North Speedway for the Graham Cracker Racing League. Currently on lap number 83, 34, with Justin Nanky continuing to lead, Timothy Carpenter in second, and Alan Duggar.
They put a huge gap here on P4.
So while we're away, Timothy Carpenter made that pass on Alan Duggar. Let's take a look at that. He's getting a run on him coming up off the corner. Oh, Alan Duggar slams the wall. That's going to give Carpenter enough to get by him.
Duggar might be damaged here. He might be hurting. Hopefully not too bad.
Got a gaggle of cars here. Like most getting passed by Minton.
Stops beginning here soon.
Man, we were on the same page because I was literally just bringing up the pit strategy to see where people are at. Do you know what the pit window is on fuel?
I want to say around 50. So we are right around that pit window right now.
We're in the area, yeah. Let's keep our eyes open for green flag pit stops. Maybe the next 10 laps or so.
Could be in the next 10 to 15 laps here. In the green flag pit stops.
Otero just coming off the pit road.
Nanke to pull out way in front of Carpenter. Possibly even letting him fall victim to Alan Duggar.
Yeah, how did that mess him up so bad?
Say it with me. Dirty air.
The freshly pitted car had dirty air.
Well, when you pull out in front of someone, you're getting that person into their wake, and so that I think is what happened there with Carpenter, especially because Carpenter is on much older tires. Was able to prevent himself from getting tight or loose in that dirty air.
Nanke out front having a fantastic afternoon here.
Yeah, ever since that caution, he's really been able to take charge and pull out in front and stay out front, which is the most important part. Holding off his competition in Alan Duggar and Timothy Carpenter. People coming in mid here. Zach Garvey came in on lap 87, and Emily Urias was pitting now. Smart strategy to undercut the leader here. Maybe it was a bit too early, Chris. What do you think?
I don't know. I've seen a handful of cars coming and going, so.
I think with it being a little bit colder of a track, we're going to see less tires. Therefore, maybe Urias' gamble will pay off and she can get back up to the front pretty quickly here. second lead ahead of Timothy Carpenter.
Ooh,
And we have a
Jackson
spinner on pit
slides
road.
it.
He's able to keep it straight though, and he'll get into pit road.
Marino coming down on the pit with Chris Webb right behind him. Webb locks up the tire a bit.
Looks like he was able to get into the pit safely though, instead of spinning out and losing time. Looks like he might even gain some time here on Marino.
He was entering a lot faster coming up to the line.
That's for sure. Looks like he'll take 4 tires and 4 fresh tires and full fuel to get him to the end of this race here. Duggar back on the attack against Timothy Carpenter. That 24 car has really brought a lot of speed today.
Yeah, absolutely. Not surprised to see Duggar up here. Like you said, he was in the preseason race and our first race. Duggar right up in top 3. Quite a bit. Very impressive running out of him early on in the season here.
Absolutely.
It's one thing to dominate a track or be right up there, but it's another thing to do it consistently.
Week in and week out, that's the name of the game here.
Oh, what just happened there?
Wow, looks like
Whoa.
Carpenter will get onto pit road right before the caution comes out. We'll see how this plays out for him, see if he can't get up front.
Dude, what the heck happened? It was somewhere by the pits.
Looks like
up here.
Schatzman spun in 4th.
Carpenter gets on the pit, so... Oh, we got one back in the wall. Who is that? Let's see the number.
Looks like Chris Schatzman.
Oh, he just came out too. Cold tires got him. That's so bad. Oh, Gossi spins around. Oh, whoa, what?
What happened here?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Godsey. He starts spinning on his own by the looks of it.
Oh, it
Oh,
looks
he
like
was
he was
coming to pits.
entering, and he just clipped the apron and he sent him around. Schatzman trying to avoid him, just barely
Oh, Grady hammers the wall.
is able to keep it off the wall, but then he shoots it around, and
96 going around.
yeah, doesn't look like Godsey has the same speed this week as he did the past 2 weeks. I definitely did see that A car struggle a lot more throughout the time of this race, him just dropping spots.
We're on a caution for the third time here tonight at Kansas on lap 99 of 134. Under caution just in the middle of our flight box.
That throws a wrench in a lot of people's strategies, especially one of Emily Urias. She undercut big time on the leaders, but was still caught a lap down, and clearly it seems to have bitten her.
Got them stacked back up. Lights are off on the pace car.
Coming to 34 to go here at the green. This might be the last restart, so Alan Duggar has his work cut out for him. We have Isaac Treese here in 3rd place.
Green flag is
We are
out.
back
Nanke
to
with a
green.
great start. Duggar right behind on the outside, and Treese side by side with Duggar. Gonna head down into the corner. Nanke starts to pull away with that lead as Treese and Duggar are next to each other right behind them. Down the back stretch, Duggar and Treese are still side by side. Just ahead at turn 3. Now nose to nose as they come off of turn 4. Oh, Duggar into the wall.
Yeah, but just barely. He's able to keep it going here.
Spot.
Isaac Treese now looks to take the lead away from Justin Nanke.
See if he'll be able to reel him in and get him. Nanke just got so dominant tonight. Looking at Marino's back bumper. Side by side is Marino and
Sanders able to stay in front of Anthony Marino here. Started from the wall earlier. Brandon Sanders has a race. Not much to speak of. Make the pass.
Nanke still out front. Treese not been able to reel him in, but he is opening up over Duggar just a bit. Godspeed back in the back of the pack. He's one of the last cars on the lead lap.
He did say beforehand he did not enjoy this track too much.
Treese reeling in Nanke now.
Let's see what type of move Treese is going to make here. They'll try and set Nanke up here for the pass for first place. With 26 to go. Well, it's as good a time as any for Treese to start making his move on Nanki.
Garvey on pits. Looking like he might have slammed the wall. His wheel is messed up. Yes, indeed. Let's see what happened here, Elliot. Ooh, Urias got him.
Wow, he turned down into Urias. That caused him to slide right up into Kenny Wells. Disappointing for the 2 car. He was having a productive and pretty good race there.
Yeah, those tires aren't pointing in the right direction. Reese is inching in on Nanki. It'd be funny if they were saying his name wrong. They're saying his name over and over and over for 2 hours. It's a long way. That's what would happen if anybody said my name.
Yeah, no, they just misspelled my first name.
What a misspelling.
What is it, Slavic or something?
No. Back here in 7th, he hasn't really been able to get back up front. And then caution is probably these drivers have really done a great job keeping it straight. I think there's 3 cautions.
Just about.
Most of these cars are in one solid piece.
Running in the top 5 all night, making moves, attempting to get into first, and just gets screwed by a caution, making it the worst possible time for him.
Untimely caution. The truck might be. Who's that behind them? Is that Red?
Looks like it was Webb. Make a move on the inside of Alan Duggar.
He was not for position. He's off the lead lap.
Looks like Nanki's fallen off a little bit, and Alan Duggar is going to be right there up with him. Sorry, Isaac Treese is going to be up there right with him.
Cars look similar. The red and black and some white.
Yeah, the red and black scheme really kind of messed me up there, but Isaac Treese is still just not letting go of Justin Nanki. Like a 2-year-old pit bull.
Yeah.
We'll be at 15 laps to go next time around here.
Justin Mankey with 15 laps to go has been so dominant here tonight. Can keep it going for another 15, coming to 14. Well, it kind of looks like he might be actually opening up. Oh, and Tree slams the wall right there.
Just looked like a little nick. He might have just used up his stuff trying to catch
Pretty good.
Justin Mankey. Mankey's built up a 1.3 second lead here on Isaac Treese. Treese unfortunately just not able to keep the momentum going. He's going to fall backwards. If there's no cautions, I say Justin Mankey cruises pretty easily to this win. What do you think, Chris? Think Isaac has anything left in him?
Not necessarily backing down by giving up, but
Either way, he's going to have to start playing defense soon because Chris Webb is and he is right there. Treese hits the wall again.
is
And he has a problem.
stuck on it?
Looks like he is stuck on the wall.
He might have.
He may have done some significant wheel damage to that car. He's just losing a bunch of spots here. Looks like he'll dive down. Head on the pit
He's
road.
got fuel?
I don't think so.
Either out of
I think
fuel
he got
or...
into the wall a little too much.
Well, he doesn't have damage, we can see. All the corners on his car are gone. Either fuel or just give up. But I don't know. Let's see. Getting tires. Side by side, Duggar and Michael Chuck going down the back stretch.
Yeah, a surprise entry for the 72 car, and quite frankly, a job well done for him. Gain some momentum to nab third away from Alan Duggar. To go here at the line, and oh, 72 gets in the wall a little bit to see if he's okay. Greg Minton right behind him.
think it's pronounced. Oh, if he gets top 3, we'll have to ask
Yeah, you're going to ask him after the race.
He's going to run on the high side, and looks like he's going to lose a couple of spots. Nope, just one of those.
Grady Graham will slide right into, I believe that's 5th place.
He is also the last.
Well, shows what I know.
Got Carpenter right on the back bumper of Sean Lauder. 3 laps to go.
An unfortunate way to end this race for Timothy Carpenter. He was up there fighting for the lead. Wasn't able to get back up there. Fight for it once more. The 2.5-second lead over Alan Duggar really does look like it's going to be Justin Nanke. Nanke putting on an absolute clinic despite a rough spot earlier on in the race with Marino and Urias.
That's quite a distance. That's not even first and second. That's first in a lap car.
Okay, he's built up a 2.5-second lead from Alan Duggar. I don't see it getting any spots.
White flag is out. Final time around for Justin Nanke. Down the backstretch with not a lead lap car in sight.
Coming off turn 4. And Justin Nanke will win at Kansas. Whoa! Marino spinning across the line. He'll finish 8th. Let's see what happened here.
Oh, he got the wall. Got the wall.
He might have just gotten a little arrow tight or arrow loose there.
Oh, good thing it was on the last lap.
Yeah, glad it wasn't during a race. I'm glad safety rating doesn't count here either.
Justin Nanke gonna burn it down after winning in a dominant fashion here at Kansas.
Like I said before, Chris, he put on an absolute clinic of speed and was able to take home the victory here at Kansas.
Let's go down the final results. Anthony Marino, your winner here tonight. Wait, that's not right.
Made my eyebrow raise there a little bit, Chris.
Yeah, I'm not clicking on grid. That looks right. Better. Your winner tonight is Justin Nanke. Alan Duggar is 2nd. Craig Minton 3rd. 4th is Johnny Michaelchuk. 5th is Sean Lauder. 6th, Timothy Carpenter. 7th, Emily Urias. 8th is Anthony Marino. Wesley Crump brings it home in 9th. Nicholas Godsey 10th. 11th is Brandon Sanders. 12th, Chris Webb. 13th, Isaac Treese. 14th is Gus Otero. Chris Schatzman brings it in 15th. 16th is Grady Graham. 17th, Aaron Martin. Kenny Mosen 18th. Zach Garvey in 19th. Ryan Most 20th. 21st is Josh Most. And Phil Amsden bringing up the rear of the field in 22nd. All right, what do you say we try to get our interviews?
Yes, sir. I will bring in our 3rd place finisher, Craig Minton, here in a minute. Craig,
Yes, sir.
it's Chris and Elliot up in the broadcast booth. How you doing?
Man, I am fantastic. How are y'all doing?
Well, we're doing all right. We're just wondering how you started 10th and raced your way to 3rd. How'd that race end up going for you there?
Well, anytime you can finish 3rd place to Justin and Alan, that's a good day. But starting 10th, I don't know. I just kind of made my way through the field slowly but surely. Tried to miss the catastrophes that happened and got lucky and finished where I did.
Well, it's awesome, man. I'm glad that you got glad that you got that 3rd place finish, man.
Absolutely, man. This is what the 2nd race for me and 2 3rd place finishes, so I'll take it.
Yeah, man. All right. We'll send you back now.
Yeah, man. Have a good night, guys.
You too. All right, let's bring in Alan Duggar here.
AD.
Alan, it's Chris and Elliot up in the booth. How you doing?
We're good.
Well, it looks like you couldn't catch Justin Nanke to finish off that race there. What did you just burn up your stuff a little bit earlier than he did?
I think it was me and the can't remember what number car it was. The one car. We net coded off of 4 and I got in the wall and it gave me damage, so at that point I really couldn't run them down.
Makes sense. Well, despite the damage, you were able to bring home a P2 finish, so can't be all bad.
No, it was a decent night. Had a decent car, so I started out just a touch on the snug side, and that first pit stop I loosened it up and helped me out a whole lot. So I was able to keep pace and just sit there and ride.
Well, I'm glad that you had fun out there, and I'm glad that you came in 2nd, man.
Thank you.
All right, now to bring in our race winner, Justin Nanke. Justin, it's Chris and Elliot up in the booth. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing all right. How's it feel to take home a victory here at Kansas?
It feels good like any other win does. I was glad I was able to pull it all together early on and get out front, even though I had that little run in coming off of turn 2. I knew.
Yeah, you were caught.
once
You were caught in that mishap earlier on. What? Take us through that. What happened there?
I,
How'd you
I
not
was
lose your
just-
cool?
I mean, you just got to realize who you're racing with, and you live and you learn. I mean, a lot of these people I haven't raced with, some of them I have, and so you kind of take your time and you learn the people around you, and you kind of see what you can do, and you see how you're going to get treated. And I did everything I could to make as many clean passes as I could. I don't feel like I roughed anybody up. And then, as soon as I got cleared for the lead there, I get dove into turn 1 by P2, and they just ran me over like I wasn't even there. It could have been a mistake. I haven't really looked back at it or seen the replay of it, but I held on to it. Luckily, I got no damage out of that little run in, so kept the car up front, and I knew as soon as I had that thing in clean air that Ryco Select Club set up in it, I knew that I was just going to manage my tires, manage the gap back to P2, play the aero game, and I'd end up taking off.
Well, I'm happy for you, Justin. Congrats on the win, man.
Thank you, buddy. Glad to have this
Congrats.
Graham Cracker Chevy in Victory Lane.
Awesome. All right, take it away, Chris.
All right. Well, Elliot, pretty good race here tonight. All the competitors did a great job. Keeping it pretty clean. What do we have? 3, maybe 4 cautions? I don't even think that. But lots of green flag racing action here tonight. Nanke absolutely dominant. And what do you think about the overall last thoughts, I guess?
Well, I think the racing was fantastic as usual. This track really delivered, I think, on the entertainment, and I'm surprised, but we had a lot of green flag runs today. Only a few cautions, and I don't think very many people are going to be at their throats after this one, Chris.
No, pretty good, clean race we had here tonight. But as always, it's a pleasure broadcasting with you, Elliot, and we'll see you next week. But that is going to do it for us here at 1-5 Studios. If you've enjoyed the broadcast, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the racing action. And we will see you next Saturday right here for the Graham Crackers Racing League. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the next track. All right. Clear.